wanted to ask another impossible question, which you probably teach through intuition, but there's two things.
I'm dumb. I'm stupid. I have no brain at all.
One of the things that I love in your period study is when you teach the gestures that very few people know, the rhetorical gesture.
Yeah.
And I wondered when you teach it, so you teach it practically, right? Like you tell them
what
it is.
Yes.
When you go back,
the body is speaking. The whole body is speaking.
I'm writing that down, the whole body. When you try to bring your actors back, or when you see that they're not coming from themselves into the gesture, so using the gesture to tell a story, but coming from their heart, their body.
Mm-hmm.
How do you is there any wisdoms you have about making that transition from going from the heart into the gesture?
Well, I teach it from the heart. It comes from the heart.
So
I'm saying you have an extra voice here. Your whole body is agreeing with what you are feeling and what you are saying. Your whole body means, and your whole body is expressing. And this is specifically for certain kinds of plays. For the high tragedy of the Restoration and 18th century tragedy, particularly, and to some extent on into the serious plays of the 19th century. It really it disappears once you have the transition in the 19th century to naturalism, realism and naturalism. But it is a very, very powerful instrument, and it amplifies and fills out some of those big plays from the 17th and 18th centuries that demand that kind of scope.
While I'm here, I had a quick question about that. I'm so interested in that you learned this rhetorical gesture from the sort of like in the 80s, you said. When you were starting out as an actor in England, were there still shades of it in the way people did Shakespeare? Like you hear about people, you know, at RADA standing at the bar and learning a Rosalind monologue or something in a choreographed way. Like, was it still mainstream at all in Shakespeare performance, or?
I didn't remember it specifically, except that there was a way that Gielgud carried himself on stage. I mean, it was in his blood.